Hello, my friends, it's Johnaroth, and today we're playing one of the most popular commanders to ever exist, Atraxa, Praetor's Voice. Atraxa cost a green, plains, island, and swamp. I don't know why I said one color and then three. For a 4/4 flying vigilance death touch lifelink creature, and at the end, at your end step, you proliferate. Proliferate means that you add a +1/+1 counter onto basically anything that can have a +1/+1 counter on it. There's a couple different ways you can build Atraxa. I've seen a lot of people have some success building it with a poison build, where you poison your opponent and then Atraxa is proliferating that poison, adding to the poison, because when you get to 10 poison counters, you can die that way. That's one way to build it. Another way, and kind of a little bit more of the way that I took it, is a Planeswalker build where Atraxa adds +1/+1 onto Planeswalkers. So here I literally have the best of the best Planeswalkers. Tamiyo for card draw, Jace for card draw, Wandering Emperor is an army and a cannon that can exile. You got another exile commander, Kaya, Nissa, whose ultimate is very easy to get, where you can keep drawing more cards. And then a lot of ramp, like Arcane Signet. Astral Cornucopia is amazing in this type of deck because it gives you 1 mana for every counter it has on it. So when Atraxa is proliferating, you add more and more counters. And then basically around all of these Planeswalkers is a lot of control elements, a lot of counter spell, mana drain, wash away, spell pierce to keep your opponent from getting the early lead. We have several board wipes in here because we don't have a lot of creatures in this deck. Wrath of God, Toxic Deluge, Sunfall, all those types of cards. And then what is our win condition in a deck where you don't have a lot of creatures? It's basically getting ultimates on your Planeswalker or having them give you an army with some of the things that they can do. We do have Doubling Season in here. If you have Doubling Season and then cast a Planeswalker like Vraska, you basically win the game with her ultimate. Or we also have Vorinclex, who can do kind of the same effect. And then I do have to admit I'm using a very broken card in this deck that I'm not a super big fan of, and that's Emergent Ultimatum. Emergent Ultimatum, basically you can pick 3 cards out of your deck and cast 2 of them. So you could do Time Warp, or you could do a combo like I mentioned with Vorinclex and Vraska, and if you do that, you get those 2 out at the same time, you win the game right there. You just do Vraska's ultimate and the game is over. So Atraxa's always been a very popular commander. It's one of the first commanders I ever built on Arena for Brawl. So let's take Atraxa into the queue and see if our Planeswalkers can lead us to glory or defeat. Let's go. Okay, our first game is against Narset. Transcendent Brilliant. Transcendent. Oh, our opponent gets bored and they quit? We literally just got our hand. Good game, Narset. Good game. Okay, our second game is against Mythweaver Pak. Mythweaver Pak is an incredibly powerful commander. He can create additional lands for every time a land is put onto the battlefield, which is kind of ridiculous, but we're going to put down the Windswept Heath and pass. I'm going to go for a Scry land. Okay. So what mana do we need? We have blue, green, and white. So we're going to need black mana for sure. I'm going to go for the Shadowy Backstreet. I will take the Deserted Beach, yes. Okay. We'll put down the breeding pool, pay 2 life, cast Arcane Signet. We're going to destroy the Haywire Might because he can kill the Arcane Signet. Pass the turn. Okay. We're going to put down the Hallowed Fountain, summon Atraxa. We're going to start attacking our opponent. Okay. We're going to put down the Deserted Beach. Summon Tamiyo. We're going to tap the drone and attack. Start hitting him. We're going to proliferate Tamiyo to get her up enough so where we can use her ultimate ability. And I'm going for probably one of the most broken cards of all time, Emergent Ultimatum. Okay, we're going to put down a land. We're going to summon Nissa. Create a Phyrexian Horror. We're going to tap down the drone again, attack. Next turn we're going to use Tamiyo's ultimate ability. Okay, our opponent's going to kill Atraxa, perfectly fine. We're going to create Tamiyo's Notebook, which means our spells cost 1 less. We're going to summon another token. And we're going to cast Emergent Ultimatum. So I'm going to pick Vorinclex, Vraska, and Time Warp. Let's see what he chooses. The reason why I chose Vorinclex and Vraska is if he picks the Time Warp to go back in my deck, we can win by getting Vorinclex onto the battlefield. We're going to cast Time Warp, cast Vraska, and now we're going to use Vraska's ability to get rid of Mythweaver Pock, draw a card. And our opponent concedes. You play with broken alchemy cards, you get beaten by a broken Emergent Ultimatum. Good game. Okay, we get to go first against Thalia. Thalia is a blink deck, usually. I do like this mana because we do have a counterspell for Thalia. We can get to the Staff of Completion, then get Narset, then get Atraxa onto the battlefield. I'm going to keep this. I am going to surveil first and look for lands. Birds of Paradise. It's almost as good as a land. I'm still going to go for more mana, though. Which we do get. Put down the Bloodstained Mire and pass. Okay, our turn. Put down the Flood Farm Verge. End turn. Is our opponent going to try to cast Thalia? He is. We're going to counter that. Now we're going to use the Bloodstained Mire. What mana do we need? We definitely need black mana. I'm going to go for the Shadowy Backstreet. Wooded Foothills I'm going to put into the bin. I think we're good on mana for a little while. Okay, this turn we're going to summon Tamiyo. Okay, looks like he's going to plot it out. Even Interrupter is a good card. Costs 3. Okay. We're going to put down a land. Put down a Staff of Completion. Opponent's debating whether they're going to do something. Then I'm going to cast Tamiyo. We're going to make sure that Even gives us a card if it attacks.
Every story is worth listening to.
He's going to summon Thalia again. Okay, he's going to summon a Recruiter of the Guard. I'm betting he's going to go for, yeah, Solitude. I figured. Okay, he's going to flicker the Recruiter of the Guard.
No one asked for your input.
What I'm hoping we'll get will be a board wipe. That would be great. Okay, he's looking for another toughness 2 creature to pull. He summons Loran. We're going to draw a card. That's a pretty good card. I'm going to put down the Cavern of Souls, and we'll say Phyrexian. If we had one more land, just one more land, we could... we're so close. We are so close. We could kill all 3 of these, but we don't have enough land. So I'm going to summon Liliana. Hopefully. Okay, he's going to flicker the Liliana. That's fine. Plot it out to the next turn. We are going to... Well... We're going to make it so that he... If he attacks us with either of these, we'll draw cards.
I should have brought more parchment.
He's definitely getting his money's worth out of that Recruiter of the Guard, that's for sure. A deck like Atraxa is kind of weak against a deck like this because of the fact that these are a lot of little creatures, fast to get onto the battlefield, easy to play. We are a slower deck summoning bigger planeswalkers, bigger spells, those types of things. Okay, so he's going to attack with both. He's going to flicker the Recruiter of the Guard. He's getting so much value out of that Recruiter of the Guard.
I have become too involved with my work.
We'll draw 2 cards. Oh, please let us draw land. Please let us draw land. Please let us draw land. Oh, he's gonna... That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Our opponent's getting really lucky this game. Oh. Okay, what do we do? Well, I think the first thing we do is we're going to kill Belia. Then we're going to... Summon Liliana. Kill 2 of his creatures.
Make great minions. Loyal. And necromancy is a lot like plucking turnips.
Summon Narset.
If you wish to surrender now, I will hone your prowess.
I'm going to choose the Mana Drain from my card. Pass the turn. He can kill Liliana. He can weaken Narset. Our biggest problem this game is mana. Yep, good move.
How disappointing.
Okay, our opponent's bringing out an army. We're going to take the Meticulous Archive and Surveil. The Eternal Wanderer. I will take that. It's going to cost us Narset, but it's going to be worth it.
Meditate and prepare.
So we're going to cast the Eternal Wanderer.
This ends today.
And he's going to lose everything but the Circuit Mender. Now he can kill the Eternal Wanderer. It's basically a board wipe in this situation. And we still have not brought out Atraxa yet. Brings out Velia. Okay, I'm going to put down a Temple Garden. We're going to kill Velia again. Question is, do I want to bring out Atraxa? He does have a way of dealing with Atraxa. I think I'm just going to keep up the mana drain and pass. Containment Priest is kind of scary. I'm just going to counterspell this. We're not going to let him have that. Okay, is Delaney. I'm going to use the mana from the mana drain to exile Delaney. We'll bring out Atraxa. Okay, he's going to exile Atraxa. We'll take action. Our opponent has 3 cards left. Going to bring out Atraxa again. Then I'm going to summon Glarb. I'm going to let it stay the way it is and not bring out a new Planeswalker because I want to bring it out on the beginning of our turn. It's going to summon Velia again. That's fine. We're going to pull him back to the hand. How much damage is this? 7. So we're almost dead. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Okay, our opponent is going to attack with everything. Hits for 5. Okay. We are going to bring back the Eternal Wanderer with 1 loyalty.
For the entire multiverse.
We're going to kill everything on the board.
I'll
We're going
finish
to let
this
him
here
keep
and now.
Velia. Because we're going to Fatal Push Velia. And now we're going to summon Atraxa again. We're going to proliferate the Eternal Wanderer. Start getting her loyalty back up. Okay, he's going to exile Atraxa. Bring out a Solemn Simulacrum. We need probably another board wipe. Something like that. This is pretty good. We're going to use Vraska. We're going to take the Skyclave Apparition, destroy it,
Oh, I'm just getting started.
get a treasure token. Now we're going to Planar Genesis to see if we can find something else. Casualties of War will be a good card. We're going to create a Samurai token
Thank you for your help.
and pass. Okay, he's going to seek another card. I'm hoping we finally worn him down enough. Yeah. Our opponent has a ton of life, but now we're going to be able to just start destroying his lands. Casualties of War can wipe out his whole army. We can create more tokens, get Atraxa on the battlefield, start gaining life. That was a really close game, especially in the beginning, though. Really good game, Slim JD. Good game. Okay, our next opponent is probably going to be pretty good against us. It's Jarcel. Jarcel is a Gruul commander where he's a 3/3. He builds intensity every turn, and you can cast spells with the value equal to his intensity from your graveyard for free. And then he goes up 1 intensity every turn. So actually a pretty strong commander to fight against. This hand has some ramp. Replicating Ring can give us mana. Staff of Completion can give us mana. I'm going to keep this. It's a little light on the actual mana, but I think we can get there. We basically need 1 land. I'm moving Tamiyo to the graveyard. Okay, we did get there with the land, so that's good. Now, next I'm looking for islands. I did find a land that I want to keep. Okay, he's conjuring a card named Plummet into his hand. Okay, I'm going to put down the Windswept Heath. I'm betting that he's going to cast his commander this turn. No, he summons a Celestis. Okay. I'm going to activate the Windswept Heath. And we're going to go for... Let's see. We definitely want blue mana. Hedge Maids allows us to surveil. Got white mana. Meticulous Archive gives us more white mana. I'm going to go for the Meticulous Archive to surveil. Okay, we will definitely take a Time Warp. That's on our list. Okay. I'm going to summon Sorin so we can draw another card. Okay, we'll take that. Hollowed Fountain.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Okay, our opponent's going to gamble. He's going to search for a card, put it in his hand, but then he has to discard a card at random. He discarded a Beseiju, so a land. He's going to Brittle Blast Sorin. Okay. I'm going to put down the Watery Grave. and then cast my commander, Atraxa. He may cast Plummet on Atraxa. It's perfectly fine if he does. Keeps him from casting his commander, or if he does have another land and cast his commander, we can destroy it. So either way, it's a win. Okay, my turn. We got Glarb. I'm going to play Glarb to see if we can find a land, which we do. Off the top. I'm going to summon Replicating Ring to get that going. Pass the turn. We're in a really good spot mana-wise, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and kill the Chandler now. Okay, and our opponent scoops. Yeah, on our turn, we were definitely going to be able to build up some stuff. Summon the Staff of Completion, have some more mana, put down a land, cast Time Warp, surveil through our deck using Glarb, get another turn, get Planeswalker onto the battlefield. I think our opponent knew we just had too much value at that point and conceded. Good game. Good game. Okay, our next game is against Azusa, and our opponent gets to go first. Really scary commander. Can basically, once she gets on the battlefield, play 8 trillion lands and ramp into huge creatures is kind of the goal of Azusa. This hand is okay because of the board wipe and the ramp. I could try to keep it and then just wipe the board when he wipes out his hand, but that's always a scary prospect with Azusa. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this hand is not better. Good land, but again, nothing to stop Azusa from coming onto the battlefield. So we're going to keep it and we're going to try. That's all we can do. If you have to mulligan a couple times, you have such a disadvantage when it comes to cards. Plus, our opponent gets to go first, so they're already at a huge advantage. I like the land, but you know what? We're going to keep it because our next turn we're going to cast Arcane Signet. Okay, we're going to put down a land, summon an Arcane Signet. My goal right now is to find a board wipe. That's what I'm aiming for. Okay, is a Lumbering Wood Wagon, which gets him another land. It's going to hit us for 1. I'm going to put down a land. The question is do we want to get anything out at all? And I think the answer is no. Okay, the opponent has the 1 ring. He's going to draw a card. We're going to go get a Plains so that we can summon the samurai.
Then God, let your blade do the talking.
Okay. I'm going to put down a land. Get lost could be good. I'm going to summon Atraxa. Put a +1/+1 on our samurai token. It's going to attack.
Remember your training.
Oh, I forgot about the One Ring. Yeah, so no damage is dealt. But Atraxa will proliferate both of those to add value. Okay, our opponent's going to draw some more cards. I wish we had Shieldred on the battlefield right now. This is scary. This is a scary game. Okay, he's going to get out of Zuza. Play 8 trillion lands. He's going to look for more lands. I'm going to summon another samurai.
Keep watch for intruders.
And I'm going to cast Uro. Keep up the Get Lost. Okay, we did get a land, which I will put down. I don't see any value in letting it hurt us because every spell that we could cast costs 2 mana. And now we're going to attack. Get him for 8. It's going to proliferate. I really wish we had up a counter spell. I really, really do. Jay's going to have 8 trillion lands. Okay, he's going to summon Narset, which is a problem.
We will prevail.
Okay, while he's summoning the tree into a land, we're going to kill Narset, hopefully. Okay, he's going to have a Timeless Witness, who's going to get a card back from the graveyard. We kill the Narset.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
He's going to crew with the World Wagon and sacrifice it to draw a ton of cards. It's pretty powerful. What I'm scared of here is him drawing a Crater Hoof, which would give his whole army trample and then win the game, or the what is it, the Forerunners, which does basically the same thing. Any of those types of effects would destroy us. So I'm probably going to have to wipe the board at this point. I don't really see a way around that. So let's attack. Get him down to 13. Green doesn't have a ton of ways of gaining life. That's one of the few things I will say. We're going to wipe the board here. And now we're going to summon a samurai token
We must
and
protect
keep up the Dovin's veto in case he tries that smuggler's trick again. He is down to 11 life. That's the one thing we do have going for us. 10 life. Okay, we're going to counterspell the Court of Calling, so he can't summon any of those big creatures. That was a big win for us in every way possible. So that was huge. I am going to summon Soren because we desperately need like a counter spell or something like that.
Join the
That is not a counter spell, but I'll take it.
work. Blood for knowledge. A fair
We'll summon another samurai.
May your blade strike true.
Get out Tamio.
Oh no! I'm late for class!
Okay, he's down to 6. But this is so scary because of the fact that he could maybe use that smuggler's card again or use the One Ring and draw something. There are a lot of ways that mono green can kill you out of nowhere. Okay, he's going to summon a World Breaker to kill our Arcane Signet. That's a huge blocker. That is a really big blocker. Okay, we're going to use the Polluted Delta to go get another land. I'm going to go for the Surveil land to see if we can find something good. We did find another land. It really doesn't help us because we need to kill him this turn if at all possible. Okay, so we're going to summon Vraska to kill the World Breaker.
One to guide my people.
Makes it indestructible. That was a good move. I'm going to summon a vampire token.
I bring my own army.
We're going to put a +1/+1 counter on Tamio, who will die in this attack.
Strike fast and strike hard.
But I'm trying to do damage to him so that he basically has to win this turn. He has to. Okay, down to 5. Killed the Cobra. Down to 3. Okay, he's up to 4 because of the land. This is so scary. This is a tense game. Very close. Look at all the mana he has. He has like 12, 13 mana. It's crazy how much mana he has. If I had popcorn, I would be eating it right now. This is a tense game of Magic. Okay, Winding Way. He looks for more lands. He gets one. Whew. That was a close game of Magic. Yeah, he doesn't have enough creatures to block in the sky. We can add tokens to Tameo, a +1/+1. We can also summon Nissa to have one of our lands attack him. We'll easily be able to do 2 to 3, if not more, damage to him. Vraska can destroy something, and then the One Ring will kill him. That was a very intense game. Azusa is a very powerful commander who can just kill you out of the blue. Good game. Thank you so much for watching my video featuring Atraxa, Praetor's voice. Atraxa has been a very popular commander for a very long time, and it's very easy to see why. The proliferation ability on Planeswalkers means that you're getting out more and more powerful Planeswalkers onto the battlefield. The lifelink helps you stay in the game. Atraxa is not a joke. 4/4 flying lifelink. I find myself getting life and having her lead the charge from flying over the top of our enemies over and over again. I would put Atraxa in the low A to B tier. You can lose some games to decks that are very aggressive in the beginning of the game. That's where we struggle a little bit. But once you get Atraxa going with some Planeswalkers on the battlefield, there is very little your opponent can do to stop you. And you basically go to victory from there. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and put comments on my amazing and delicious content. I'm a new YouTuber and I really appreciate if you could spread the word for me and help me go and grow my fan base as I aim to conquer all of YouTube. Thank you so much for watching my video and have a great day.